Welcome to Explore Quiz channel. In this video, we'll explore the major types of reasoning used in artificial intelligence, from strict logic to flexible decision-making under uncertainty. As we go step by step, you'll also get quizzes in between to check how well you're understanding the concepts. In artificial intelligence, reasoning is the process that helps machines draw conclusions from information. Just like humans use logic, AI also needs ways to analyze facts, patterns, and situations before acting. Some reasoning methods work with fixed rules, while others deal with uncertainty and changing data. This foundation is what allows AI systems to behave in a more intelligent and useful way. Deductive reasoning starts with a general principle and applies it to a specific case. If the starting premises are true, then the conclusion is guaranteed to be true as well. A classic example is, all humans are mortal, Socrates is human, so Socrates is mortal. In AI, this is very useful in expert systems where predefined rules are applied to give reliable decisions, like in medical diagnosis tools. Inductive reasoning works in the opposite direction compared to deduction. Here, AI observes many specific examples and then forms a general conclusion based on patterns. The conclusion is not guaranteed, but it is often very useful and probable. This is the heart of machine learning systems, such as recommendation engines that suggest content based on your previous behavior. Abductive reasoning is about choosing the most likely explanation when the information is incomplete. For example, if a patient has fever and cough, an AI system may suggest flu as the most likely cause, even though other causes are possible. Analogical reasoning, on the other hand, solves a new problem by comparing it with a similar known one. So that covers the first set of reasoning styles, where AI either follows rules, learns patterns, or makes informed guesses using similarities. Now that we've covered core reasoning types, let's test what we've learned so far.
Here's quiz number 1. See if you can get it right.
Question 1. Which reasoning type starts from general rules and applies them to specific cases? The correct answer is deductive reasoning. Deductive reasoning moves from a general principle to a specific conclusion. If the premises are true, the conclusion must be true. Question 2. Why is inductive reasoning important in machine learning? The correct answer is, it learns patterns from data. Inductive reasoning uses specific observations to form broader conclusions. That is exactly how many machine learning models make predictions. Question 3. What best describes abductive reasoning? The correct answer is choosing the most likely explanation. Abductive reasoning works with incomplete information and tries to infer the most plausible cause or explanation. Common sense reasoning helps AI deal with everyday situations that humans understand naturally. For example, if it is raining, we expect the ground to become wet, even if nobody says it directly. This type of reasoning is very important in assistants like Siri and Alexa, because users expect natural and sensible responses. It is also useful in autonomous vehicles, where AI must anticipate ordinary events like pedestrians crossing the road. Monotonic reasoning means that once a conclusion is reached, it remains valid even when new information is added. In other words, the AI does not withdraw that conclusion later. This is useful in systems where consistency is very important, such as formal verification tools. These systems need stable, dependable conclusions so that behavior remains predictable. Non-monotonic reasoning is more flexible than monotonic reasoning. Here, I can revise its earlier conclusion when new information appears. A simple example is assuming birds can fly, then changing that belief after learning about penguins. This makes non-monotonic reasoning very useful in real-world systems like traffic management and self-driving vehicles, where conditions keep changing. Fuzzy reasoning helps. I work with situations that are not clearly true or false. Instead of saying something is completely true, it can assign a degree, like 0.7 true, to represent partial truth. This is helpful in cases such as judging whether the weather is warm or whether visibility is poor. Now that we understand common sense, monotonic, non-monotonic, and fuzzy reasoning, we've completed the second major group of AI reasoning methods. Now that we've covered adaptive reasoning methods, Let's test what we've learned so far.
Here's quiz number 2. See if you can get it right.
Question 1. Which reasoning type allows AI to use everyday human knowledge? The correct answer is common sense reasoning. Common sense reasoning helps AI make obvious real-world judgments that humans usually take for granted. Question 2. What is the key feature of monotonic reasoning? The correct answer is conclusions remain fixed. In monotonic reasoning, once a conclusion is drawn, adding more information does not reverse it. Question 3. Why is fuzzy reasoning useful in AI systems? The correct answer is it handles degrees of truth. Fuzzy reasoning is designed for vague or incomplete situations where truth can be partial rather than absolute. So today, you learned the major types of reasoning that make AI systems smarter and more adaptable in the real world. We also tested your understanding with quizzes so you could actively check your progress. If you enjoyed this interactive lesson, do like, share and subscribe to Quiz channel.